Good hunting, gentlemen. Let's go.
Welcome back for the final time to the 2009 iCON Touring Car Championship. I'm Jonathan Palmer along with Michael Passingham. Michael Booth is quasi away on assignment. He is back. He's updated our points for us and watching our broadcast here while he's been at Croft for British Touring Car.
Michael
So
Booth
we
is on
are
a
ready
train
for
right
the
now.
start here. So he'll be that's a good place to be watching a race from. So Tommy Osgaard, after only having 3 laps of practice, I believe he said to me in the break here before today's race, he'll be starting on pole. Nolan Scott, who is the provisional champion, of course, will be starting 5th. And yeah, we've got 22 cars ready to give us an absolutely, we hope, mental season finale here. And 2 great races here so far. I think more of the same here today.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. We're going to get... I don't know. It's going to be crazy. But there we go. I'm going to concentrate on looking at the cameras, and you can concentrate on talking. So it's me, Michael Passingham, Jonathan Palmer. For the last time, we're about to go green in the ITCC. Let's go.
Yep. So Osgaard and Anderson and Jack Ward, the top 3. DeYoung, who's dominated the 2 races so far pretty much, he'll be starting back in 10th. So all lights are red, and they are green. That was a long hold. But Osgaard Anderson getting a great start, and Ward also sticking well. And Nolan is also right up there. So we're going to have a 3. Oh, Ward is... Oh, don't squeeze in the middle. There was no room there, Jack. So yeah, Jack he's going to push Anderson up through to the lead here. Everyone's fanning out very wide here in the run down to the first turn here. Charging down there 3 wide. Their contact, between Nolan and Keogh, but they keep off, and Nolan is off in the gravel along with Artisan. Nolan and Artisan are off and back out. Whoa, that's bad luck. But Anderson leads Ward and Hinian. Who is that? Hinian and Jordan having a bit of contact in the orange cars. Keogh in the white car with that orange, and the blue and white car of Osgaard diving down side by side. Also lead 4 wide. 4 wide. Cassini is trying to go 4 wide. Contact. Oh, spin. That's Anderson. Is that Keogh? That was Keogh off. Keogh's been hit hard into the right-hand hairpin. And go upside down. Scott Moore is upside down in the old Aston pit entrance. That can't be a safety car, I don't think. He's well out of the way. But yeah, still side by side for the lead. They took our advice of going mental too seriously, I think.
What on earth was that about? I saw Gasunas. I think Gasuna was the cause of all that mayhem. He just launched himself across the curb and straight into the side of everyone, causing that crash. Scott Moore in the clockwork car is upside down, so you won't be able to read the time properly anymore. But yeah, that's Scott Moore in the clockwork motorsport car. He's out. Rick DeYoung has also caused the yellow flag, but yeah, Nolan Scott going off at the first corner. That is the way to finish a championship off. Right, we're just going to get back into order, try and work out what the hell's going on here.
There's going to be some protest for that bit, but yeah, Baton being pushed by O'Brien back here. Much chaos throughout here. Whoa! Nolan and Osgaard trying to work their way back up through Wilkinson's also. This is back for 10th or so. But yeah, well, 3 wide into turn 1. Osgaard and Nolan, they're 4 wide almost. Oh, Nolan and O'Brien. Oh, they're sideways. O'Brien's sideways. He hits Novak. Novak's falling off into the grass, and Baton is spun off into the gravel. This is absolute chaos, carnage.
Yeah, no other word to describe it. Simply unbelievable.
Meanwhile, up at the front, Anderson and Ward are still off in lead. Hinian, who started race 1 on pole, is in 3rd. Forey 4th. Jordan 6th. DeYoung 6th. And there's, after 6, they're side by side and all completely nuts. Kagash and Yukovic are side by side here for 7th and 8th position. Kagash in the red and black car. Yukovic in the primarily black car here. They're side by side. Gasunius and Diaz They're gonna try and come Kasunius into the grass! And Diaz is gonna try and come on the outside, squeezing her. He dives in there! Willie Olin, no! Diaz sideways! And he gets hit! That hit put him back straight. If he hadn't got hit, he would have been sideways in the hairpin.
Yeah, what is Kasunius doing? He's gone mental. Kasunius is just driving into everything that moves here. He went up onto the grass and, yeah, he was trying a original line. Didn't seem to work, but he needs to calm down a bit. Kasunius has caused a couple of incidents here in this race. Yeah, needs to calm himself down.
This
in the lead, it's Edison, Ward, Pinion.
Sorry, 4-car bump here in the for 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th. There are 4 cars and a train bumping. Now there's 5 cars, and they're all caught up to Kagash, and now there's 6 cars in this. Yeah. Whoa. Kasunius tries to push on the outside. That's not gonna work. Kasunius not leaving enough room. He's off. That cost him completely. That was, yeah, I would, just the first impression, that would be him. But yeah, he was squeezing. I forget who that was. He was squeezing. I think it was a core car that was squeezing. But yeah, that was. He is off, and he'll be down near the back.
Indeed, pole sitter Usgaard in 8th position at the moment, just getting past Vukovic. Wilkinson going past Vukovic as well. Oh no, Wilkinson's off. Wilkinson got lunched by Vukovic.
Don't join like that, Chris.
Oopsie daisy, Internola's got into Pavlovic. Go ahead.
Just because we told him that the championship decided to go mental doesn't mean that they give him the license to do a demo derby. But this is just wild. This is some of the stuff we'd seen early when we had full 30 cars in here. Now we're gonna have, are we gonna have 4 wide, maybe 5 wide? There's 5 cars here. They're not gonna fit 5 wide through there. That would be double. Whoa, almost crashed with Osgard and Jukovic behind. Hard on the brakes for the hairpin. Just wow.
Yep. Nola's got ahead of this train. Behind him is Diaz. These are the 2 core cars, the white and black ones. Behind that is the blue car of Wilkinson with the green sunstrip. And then we've got the orange car of Pavlovic and Rick de Jong in the pink core car right behind those guys. And Arneson in the other yellow core car behind them. And then Laprovot right at the back of the train. And in last place is Kasunius. I'm not sure where he went. Oh yeah, of course he had that spin earlier in the lap. And here's Rick de Jong. Just on the inside, he's the pink car on the inside, just passing Pavlovic, who got hung out to dry there, didn't get into anyone's slipstream. Rick de Jong's going to try and get past his teammate as well. That's Arneson in the orangey car, and Pavlovic gets back outside. Whoops. And de Jong gives him a little honk to let him know, why did you just hit me? But that was okay, that was touring cars. Once again, this is the iCON Touring Championship, the final race. Absolute mayhem going on here. We're lap 4 of 13. We're looking at Rick de Jong battling for 13th.
One thing, Nolan has worked his way back up after that first lap, first turn off. He's back up into 10th after dropping back to nearly last. So that's a testament to why he is the champion.
Okay, the order. Enerson, second in the championship, is leading. Jack Ward behind him. Third is Hunyan. Doing a great job, right back where he deserves to be after his pole position earlier. Fowry 4th, Jordan 5th, Leonard de Jong 6th. He got fastest lap in the previous race. Oh!
I think Ward's
Diaz!
for Anderson.
Yeah. Diaz just had a bit of an issue. He was trying to bump draft Nolan Scott and a gigantic piece of lag happened. Nolan Scott got a big speed boost and Diaz nearly crashed into a wall. But ahead of them now, Nolan Scott is catching up with Vukovic and Usgaard. Usgaard in the blue car, Vukovic in the black and red, and behind them is Nolan Scott in the orange, white and black core car.
And Jack Ward is desperately trying to catch Anderson. Jack Ward has never won here in iCON Touring Car. We've rarely seen him up near the front too, so this is definitely a great showing for him.
Yeah, Jack Ward, a very good driver actually. He hasn't managed to show his full potential in this series, but he's up in second and doing a good job. Now, these two are side by side. On the left is Vukovic. On the right, as the way you're looking at it, is Nolan Scott on the outside, that is. Nolan Scott on the outside, looking to get past Vukovic round the outside. This is the battle for 9th position, and Nolan Scott is actually going around the outside. He's got a damaged car after a number of incidents behind them. Diaz is coming along, trying to have a go. You can see him there in the other core car, nearly identical to Nolan Scott's. And Diaz is going to just give Nolan Scott a little bump. More bump drafting, and is Diaz going to know? Diaz just holds back, he's going to get past Vukovic and then set about Nolan Scott in a while. There we go. Diaz is through, yes, no he's not. Vukovic actually cheekily stays on the outside there. Very good driving from Vukovic. Diaz is waiting for his opportunity. He helped his teammate, but now he's going to help himself. Diaz alongside with Arneson behind. Arneson in another core car, another nearly identical core car right behind, and Arneson now getting into the slipstream of Diaz, going into the middle, going onto the left. Now he has to lift off a little bit there, nearly runs onto the grass. And he's going up the middle!
Whoa!
Ow! But he's done it. He's made the move on Vukovic. Vukovic gets hung out to dry by the core guys. So now there's 4 of them in a big train. Østgaard, Scott, Diaz, Arneson, the core drivers. Behind them, Pavlovic having a bit of fun, jumping across the curves with Wilkinson, who's fallen to the rear of the grid for some strange reason. Wilkinson just being passed by the double winner today, triple winner this season, or quadruple winner this season, Rick de Jong.
Well, looks like the kids have finally calmed down mostly here after almost halfway through this race. So, well, there's still plenty of time to go, of course.
Diaz is appearing to catch up to the rear of his teammate and championship winner Nolan Scott. And now Nolan's got the championship. He won't really care. These guys are friends. They'll fight it out as hard as they can. Bump draft. There's a surprise. Heading up towards the hairpin now is Diaz. No, he's not going to make a move. I'm guessing these guys are obviously going to be on Ventura with each other, voice chatting and planning their next attack. Planning to attack their teammate, Østgaard. Here's Østgaard. Let's look back. Østgaard seeing his 2 teammates behind him. So, Scott still being bumped along by Diaz. Diaz just has no intention of going past, it seems. He just wants to catch up to the rear of Østgaard and make a double position. This is the battle for 9th. You're currently watching the 2 core cars. Nolan Scott at the front of these 2.
Pavlik and Leprod in the back have gone off. Leprod's trying to go around the outside in the hairpin, and they just had contact and both washed up that little bit of a hill there in the hairpin there at the bottom of the circuit. But they are both continuing on. They've not lost that much time. Pavlik causing a yellow flag. He's had a spin coming out of the chicane, but he will pick up and keep going.
Welcome back to the Core Racing Club. They are still bumping each other. Nolan Scott, you're watching from the rear of his car. Oh, Nolan Scott's lost it on the grass! He went too wide and went onto the grass, into the gravel. Oopsie daisy, Nolan. And he's lost a whole bunch of places there. Nolan just having a bit too much fun, and Rick de Jong, his teammate, his new teammate, that is, giving him a bump. So Chris Wilkinson goes past both of them. Rick de Jong having some fun, bumping his teammate, and it ends up losing himself a place on Wilkinson.
Just looking, I'm just been sorry to interrupt you, Pass, but yeah, yes, great action back there. Jack Ward is hanging on with Anderson here. Ward is catching Anderson a little bit before those hairpins, but Anderson can pull away a little bit. The last part. Of course, Anderson has 37 kilograms compared to Ward's none. So that is probably helping Ward stay a little bit. They are close here in the final few turns.
And back in 12th and 13th, Nolan Scott is giving Rick de Jong a bumpity bump, bump, up to the hairpin. Kind of get back up to the rear of Chris Wilkinson, who took advantage, and Novak appears to have crashed somewhere out on track. There he is on the grass.
Yeah, he's on the long run over on the far side of the track here by the final hairpin. So he's by the final hairpin. He was having a long slide in the grass, but he has got it gathered back.
Diaz has also gone off. Diaz went off and has just been passed several times by Wilkinson and De Jong, and also by Scott. Yep, Diaz, I think it's gone through the tyres at the final corner. As Wilkinson continues to be bumped now by Rick De Jong, and Nolan Scott has been left in the dust. I don't know how this has happened. We're still keeping an eye on the lead for you. They are getting closer and closer. Laprovot has now had a problem at turn 1. He's just coming back on now.
He's off hard.
Here we go, pink car still chasing the blue one. That's Rick De Jong still chasing Chris Wilkinson here. Through the right-hander, we're on lap 8, coming up to start lap 9. Laprovot is still causing yellow flag. He's got
his tires
big
are hot.
issues.
He's going slow. He's got some heavy right side damage. So he's just slowly working his way around, just trying to stay out of the way of everyone, I believe. Yeah, he's got Novak to come through, but he's just going to try and come around. Jack Ward right on the back bumper of Anderson, and Timo, if Anderson might be just that little bit slower overall than Ward, so this could be holding up and letting Timo catch up. Ward getting a great run through the chicane. This is on for the lead now. Ward has got the slipstream. He's going to try and bump it all. No, he's going to try and come around the outside right in front of the pits here, and Ward gets the lead before the line. He's got it just by a nose at the line. Anderson will have the slipstream again, but will he have enough to stand it? He's going to push him a little bit. Ward is he going to try and come on the right-hand side? No, he's going to try that going into the first turn. Yeah, he is. Ward is going to take a little defensive. Anderson on the inside. On the right-hand side in a turn. He's going to try and outbrake him. Ward holding on the outside. Ward slides it wide. But will he be able to hold that position? It looks like he does. But Anderson will have the slipstream again for a moment here.
Yeah, great job from Ward defending, but that slipstream in these cars is massive. And every time you get into a straight, you will start to be under threat. And we can see Arneson's gone off somewhere, but we're still watching Anderson going the outside. Oh, okay. And Anderson's gone on the outside. Great
for
move.
The right-hander. So yeah, Anderson's got a little bit of advantage. Ward's going to try and stick it on the outside. Will he be able to? He's right on the back bumper though. This is great battling here for the lead in this final race here, with just over 4 laps to go.
Yeah. Terrific battle for the lead. This takes priority over everything else, because obviously these are two guys who deserve a win because they're both great drivers. Anderson's already won a couple of times this year. He's second in the championship, just missed out on it, but he's done a great job. Jack Ward just behind, looking for his first win. That will also be deserved. He's going around the outside now into the candid corner, so he can go a little... Yeah. Anderson sliding, but he's got it. Jack Ward slid a bit too much, but Jack will still have a chance. As they head through the chicane onto the straight, he will have a chance to get up to the lead. He just needs to keep his cool, does Jack, but I think he can do that. Anderson leaping over the curves, but I think Jack's just out of the slipstream for now. He'll have to wait for another day, or another lap.
Now, of course, all this battling might slow them down a little bit, letting Timo continue to catch up. Timo's only about a second behind this battle. So, and Wilkinson causing a yellow flag. He's had it off at the chicane. He's knocked tires out of the way. Someone else hit. Diaz having a little bit of a slide through there. A couple other people taking some tires out through there. But watching Ward try and catch. Looking at their tires, Ward's tires are fairly cool compared to Anderson's. Anderson's left side tires are quite roasty.
Yeah, his tires look fairly overinflated there, but I think these four-wheel drive cars are kind of, well, they're not good on their front tires. Usgaard's gone off somewhere.
First turn again.
First turn again. That first turn is claiming so many victims. He's going to be full up soon. He's eaten too many cars. A lot of people have been off there today, but we're still watching Anderson and Ward for the lead. Anderson in the white and black core racing car. Ward in the blue and white and Union Jack coloured Experian racing car. We are on lap 10 of 13, heading on to lap 11 in about half a minute.
Now Timo's got to be thinking that when these two up front take themselves out, Timo's just going to slip right through. Because he's far enough up that they make a couple fairly minor mistakes, but at key points on the track, he can be right there to collect the scraps.
Yeah, and we know you want that to happen because you're his teammate. So you want to see your teammate do well.
Interesting point here. R2's all the way around for Ward, or for for Anderson. Ward's got R3 fronts, R2 rears. Timo's also R3, R2. So this could also be playing right into strategies here.
Yeah, different strategies for the same car. It's interesting to see how they're so equal, though.
Leonard de Jong a little slow out of the final turn there. Whoa! Baton is spun coming out of the hairpin on the way down to the final chicane. Barely getting missed by a couple cars, but he'll keep it back up. Nope, not much damage. So he'll be continuing on, but he's definitely back. We've seen some good runs from Baton, though, in the season.
Yeah, we have. We're just watching Vukovic and Rick de Jong. Rick de Jong seems to be bump drafting everyone he meets today in this race.
Right, penalty of Baton.
Trying to get past possibly.
Coming into the pits. Yeah, coming into the pits, he's dead in the pit lane. And he'll be retiring, I think. I hear Timo has had a fastest first split there. And Kagash is timed out in. I don't remember where he was, but yeah, that is... and Baton has disconnected, retiring from the race for him. That final race. Just continue to watch. Still a close scrap here for the lead. There will be... we have completed 10 laps, working lap 11. 2 to go at the line here. It's only 2 laps to go in this season.
Yeah, and what a season it's been. Now we're just looking at Nolan Scott being drafted by Arneson behind him. They are in 10th and 11th respectively. So yeah, a bit of a damp squib of an end to a season. A bit of a damp end of the season for Nolan Scott, going off twice in this race, but still he's had a good time, I'm sure. He's won the championship. We're going on to the penultimate lap now. We're looking at Ward, just following Anderson. He had his chance, he did take the lead momentarily, but Anderson appears to have the speed on him now. Oh, and Timo Hunyan has been passed by Fowler.
Hit the tires, I think he did.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. He was quite slow on the straight. So Hunyan in the orange car being passed by the green and orange car of Fowler, but Hunyan might be aggressive here and go up the inside. No, sensibly just hangs back.
A little too far back for that. He's going to try, though, going to try and bump him a little bit. Yeah, Timo should try and bump him a little bit to try and catch him up to the leader, because that would definitely help them catch a little bit, but it might be too late for any of that. But he's going to try and come around the left side. He's ahead of Fowry. Is Fowry going to try and outbrake into the left-hand hairpin? Yes, he does. He slides it. They touch. Banging doors. That knocks Timo out of the way a little bit. But Timo does have the inside for the right-hander here. And he will keep it. And will Jourdan and Fowry side by side. Jourdan not able, though, to capitalize on that.
Yeah, Jourdan tried it, but didn't quite. But now he's following his teammate and Hunyan.
Yep,
as they go side by side.
For the final podium spot.
Yeah, Hunyan will really want this because he got pole earlier, but just couldn't quite keep it together and didn't get it. But he wants to get his first podium of the season. We're coming on to the final lap now. The leaders are going to cross the start-finish line in about 15 or so seconds.
They're through the final chicane now. Anderson's starting to pull away a little more from Ward.
Oh, and Hunyan went through the tyres again!
Off in the grass!
No! Timo, what have you done? That's it. I think he's lost his podium, and I think a couple of cars have gone off.
Yeah, de Jong and Jukovic are off in the chicane. That looks like all for now, but still several more cars to go through there. And yeah, we are on the final lap. Jourdan and Fowry in their battle here. This is an inter-team battle. And Wilkinson causing a yellow flag. He's flipped at the final chicane! He's upside down at the curb on the racing line at the final chicane! Safety car's out! That's into the race!
Yeah, that is, well, is it though? Is it race to the line? I forget.
I don't think it is race to the line. So
well, that's it.
Yeah,
Thank you.
that is...
Thank you, Chris.
Wilkinson is out. That... I would have rather them waited a little longer to call the caution because there were no cars coming. So they could have let him race a little further, but that will let Anderson have it over Ward and Fowry. But they do still, of course, have to make it back. So they could still end up crashing even if they just make a mistake. It's not over until they actually cross the line. Of course, if someone's not exactly aware of where the car is, they could affect it. Anderson has no idea unless someone has told him where the car is, if someone's been listening to us. So, unless Anderson knows or any of these other guys know where the car is, they don't know exactly where that little speck on their minimap is. So Anderson will be the first car to come. This could catch him out and Ward will get it. It's not over yet.
No, Wilkinson's still there, but I think Anderson has slowed down enough. I think he can see him. He's going to get past. So Anderson comes through to take the final victory of ITCC 2009. Jack Ward comes in second, Fowry comes in third, and Chris Wilkinson crashed his car on the final lap to sort of ruin the end.
Yeah, that's just kind of a bummer. But they've told him to spectate now. Of course, I do think that they could have just had him spectate. There's plenty of time to let the field get around, but such is life. Kind of puts a damper on the end of the season.
Yeah, it does. I'm sure Chris won't be the most popular guy in the world, but yeah, I think that the positions were mostly settled, apart from for third and fourth. Fowry and Jourdain were having a battle, but everything else was pretty much settled there, so we didn't lose out on too much. And let's not let that ruin a fantastic season, a fantastic day, a fantastic season of racing in this championship. And I'm sure next year ITCC will return bigger and better than ever.
Yep. So everyone's just going to slowly cruise their way back around, of course. And we'll try and get Nolan over here in a few minutes for a provisional champion's interview. And so, yeah, that was after a wild start to the third race. About halfway, they calmed it down.
Yep. Right, let's go through the final result. Anderson wins. Anderson wins by 0.87 over Jack Ward. Fowry comes third. Jourdain comes fourth. Timo Hunyan, oh so close to getting his first podium. Gutting. He finishes in fifth. Leonard de Jong gets sixth. Seventh is Tommy Østgaard. Eighth is Rick de Jong, the double winner today. Ninth is Vukovic. Don't know how he got up there. He had an action-packed time, that's for sure. 10th is Nolan Scott, the champion. 11th is Arneson, 12th is Pavlovic, 13th is Ben Keogh, 14th is O'Brien, 15th is Phil Diaz, 16th is Laprovot, and 17th is Dan Novak.
Of course,
sorry, Dave Novak.
and of course, this the whole season there was no one who swept a race weekend. No one in ITCC has yet swept a race weekend.
Yeah, that is true. That is so many winners this season.
Absolutely. Anderson and de Jong are the only people who've won at more than one race meeting. So definitely some exciting racing here. And we are going to try and get Nolan over here into Ventrilo to have an interview with us here. So yeah, we'll get Nolan to commentary box here in the facilities here in there. Nolan, alright, and Ben Keogh having a little bit of complaints about the non-safety car at the beginning of the race, but that is, of course, the admin's decision.
Yeah, I mean, the car was upside... Ben Keogh not happy about there being no safety car, but the car was upside down in a place where it could never be reached. It was actually in the pit lane that no one uses. So, yeah, he doesn't really need to complain about that. I'm guessing he's not happy about it, but he's still complaining. But I guess when you finish 13th, you're not going to be amused.
And we have with us Nolan Scott, the provisional champion, of course, of the iCON Tour Car Championship. Congratulations, Nolan.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Been a hell of a season.
Yeah, you had a rough start there, going off into the beach at turn 1, of course. Yeah, but you worked your way back up to get a nice top 10 finish. That must have been a tough way through.
Yeah. I knew that final race up. You know, the first time we went in a gravel trap in T1, that was just getting pushed off. But I went off later. I hope y'all didn't get that in the broadcast, but I went off a little bit later, just all by myself, and that's big time moving it up. But yeah, I mean, I was happy with 10th. I was a lot more happy with the first race. I mean, you know, I like finishing 6th in race 2, but race 1 was definitely the one that gave me the confidence to keep going in race 2, and you know, that was the big one.
Have you actually won since the first round of the season?
No, I had one pretty much wrapped up in Fern Bay, and I got taken out kind of passing the leader because he, you know, it was the reverse grid, and you could tell he was a little bit off the pace because the race before I'd gotten spun, so I started 2nd, I think, and I would have been starting 4th. But anyway, the point is yeah, a little bit of contact in Fern Bay, but you know, the ballast situation, you know, I like it. It works good, but there's some occasions, especially down here towards the end of the season, where you can see just a flaw here and a flaw there. But yeah, I mean, otherwise, I mean, it's the best balance system I've ever raced in. And I mean, we've run 2 in Loda, and they work equally good. But yeah, this one's real nice. A little bit too much ballast towards the end of the season, though. I mean, the spread got so big at the end of the season that it was way bigger than it was in the middle, and that's weird. But yeah.
So what do you think if Rudy Van Buren had been able to turn up to the final 2 events of the season, do you think you'd be in this position now talking to us, or do you think Rudy could have pipped you?
Well, what do you think I'm going to say? That? Well, of course he could have won it, but I'm confident, and you know, I'm not going to sit here and say that he would have won. That's because that's not the truth. I mean, he'd have had a great chance. Yeah, and that's how I'm going to leave that. But yeah, I mean, either way, I wish he would have been here. You know, I really do, because we had that great battle in head-to-head, and now we come here and, you know, miss a few races there towards the end of the season. I was really expecting a good epic battle there, but you know, it didn't work out. But there was still plenty of pressure with Frederick there. I mean, Frederick ran a great second half of the season, so you know, it was always action-packed.
Definitely. So yeah, of course, the one thing we were commenting about before you came in here was that the fact that there was no one who ever swept a weekend. There was always 2 different winners in a race meeting. So yeah, it was of course great competition in series. And of course, yeah, definitely. Of course, yeah, started out rocky, but yeah, what was your most memorable moment of the season that you remember offhand?
Round 1, race 2, second to last lap, passing Rudy going into T1. You know, a slight mistake there by Rudy, but you know, it was a ballsy move, and it paid off, and yeah, that was by far the best move of the season.
Yeah, that was great. Yeah, we didn't mention it that much live, but yeah, we did see that, and yeah, I did remember that they did have a little bit of controversy with that. Well, of course, also did his restart right there, but yeah, it was of course great racing all around.
Yeah, I mean, we've had enough controversy this season for the both of us, so yeah, I mean, this is the best series. This is probably one of the top 2 best series. I'd put it right under head-to-head for the most fun series to drive in. People may be a little too aggressive in the series, but guess what? That's touring car racing, and you know, you can't complain about anything else other than that. I mean, it's awesome series to run in.
Definitely, awesome, and of course that head-to-head comment's going to go to Passo's head. But yeah, of course we have seen some of your great action with you and Rudy. Yeah, it is a shame that he wasn't here, but of course, yeah, championship racing was all the way great. Any final comments, Nolan?
I mean, no, nothing really. You know, just back to the Rudy thing. You know, we started out strong, and that's exactly what I knew we needed to do. The squad, I think we're going to end up winning the squad championship. I don't know if you guys have done the math on it, but I know that's going to be really close. And yeah, you know, we just stretched a gap early on, and we never lost the points lead, and that's exactly what I'd planned on doing from day one, and we pulled it off, and we're champions, so I'm happy.
Yeah, they haven't calculated the team championships yet, but yeah, that should be in the next few days. Well, thank you very much, Nolan, and of course, congratulations on your title, of course. And yeah, so yeah, thank you for taking the time to stop by. Go ahead and go back to your trailer and go ahead and have a nice break after that tough racing. Of course, good racing from you today.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Great season, you guys. Thanks.
So long, Nolan. And that was Nolan Scott, the provisional, or the course is provisional until all results have become official. But yeah, so yeah, he should be fairly well the champion. Anderson, of course, his closest rival, winning. So, Michael Passingham, any of your final conclusions on the race and season?
Yeah, well, it's been a season of ups and downs. We've seen moments that have made us want to kill the drivers. We've seen moments where we want to congratulate the drivers for great racing. It's been one of those seasons, but that's touring cars, and I've enjoyed every second I've had the pleasure of being in the commentary box. So yeah, great stuff. Congrats to Nolan Scott, obviously, for the championship. Consistency won this because he only won 2 races, and there have been people who've won 4 or 5 races this season. I think Rick de Jong has won 4, so yeah, it's consistency that's won this championship.
Yep. Yeah, and of course, you know, I was watching some of the old races here a couple days ago before the race, and I just got to remember one of your most extremely chewing someone's head off moment, Paso, was at Fern Bay when everyone just kept ramming into people during a caution. That was just one of those moments, of course, where we did want to kill the drivers.
Yeah, that's the way it goes, but I think there will be a second season of this, and yeah, I think it can only get better from here, that's for sure. So yeah, it's been a pleasure. Thanks for letting me commentate with it.
Yeah, thank you for joining us here. It's been great. It's unfortunate Michael Booth couldn't be here. He's been watching us on his train ride home from Croft, but hopefully he's enjoyed that. But yeah, we've been through every course in LFS. We've been at West Hill, we've been at Fern Bay, we've been at Blackwood, we've been at South City, we've been at Kyoto, and we have been at Aston. So yeah, it's been a great season. Everyone has been there. Of course, thanks to everyone part of the admin. So yeah, thanks to Darren, Stoney, Kringle, I forget all the other names. Also, thanks to Tom from iCON for driving the safety car. Also, thanks to Joe Kevaney for helping provide the stream on Mogulus/Livestream. Of course, they changed their name to Livestream. Yeah, thanks to Michael, the Scottish, and Brit. Yes, we are the trio, the Scot, American, and a Brit, who shout our heads off regularly every few Sundays in there. But yeah, thanks for everyone for joining us. It's been a great season. Ups, downs, sideways, everything else. So thanks for Michael Passingham, Michael Booth, everyone else, all the racers. Congratulations to Nolan Scott for being the champion of the inaugural season. I'm John Palmer saying so long, everyone.
So long. And that's the season wrap. Very good. Nice one, guys.
Clear.